Hello and welcome back to the channel for a very off-the-cuff video. Just within the last hour or so, the next instalment of the Doctor Who Collection Blu-ray range has been announced, the long-rumoured Season 22. I believe the first murmurings about this came, about a month ago now, or a few weeks. It was, as usual, on like a Swiss website or something, a listings website, and once it appeared there, it was pretty much confirmed, but still, to see this news today is a very pleasant surprise. And as ever with these videos, I like to sort of go into how I discovered the news for myself. So I missed the actual announcement at 3 o'clock, as these things tend to be. I wasn't by my phone or by the computer at that time, and then I came back to the computer, loaded up YouTube, and saw a video from Jason Arnott, a fellow YouTuber, Doctor Who YouTuber, and other stuff as well, all about Season 22 with the cover art and the thumbnail and stuff. So it's nice to discover it in that way, and just, genuinely have no idea that it had even been announced. It was nice to sort of miss the announcement in that way. I haven't actually had a chance to properly look at all this yet, but I will be in this video sort of digesting everything for myself and for you as well, and breaking down what we've got to look forward to in this set. I have watched the trailer, which we'll probably start off with, the reveal trailer. It's titled The Eternal Mystery. It features the return of Nicola Bryant as Peri. Of course, she played Peri back in the 6th Doctor's era in Season 22 and Season 23. And that was a really super little trailer. It's about 7 minutes long, so probably one of the longer trailers, and it's a bit unusual as well in the fact that the actual sort of trailer within the trailer for the box set with all the clips and stuff sort of comes in the middle of it rather than straight at the end, so you get a bit of the story at the start with Peri. It's a really cool little story about her sort of at the memorial of Brian Blessed's character. I won't try and pronounce his name, the King dude that she goes off and marries at the end of Trial of a Time Lord, or at the end of Mind Warp, the second instalment of that story. You get a bit of that there, and then the little clips and stuff from the actual box set, and then another little segment of story at the end with her disappearing into the TARDIS, along with another character. Not quite sure what his name was, didn't catch that, but he's played by a familiar face who you might have recognised while watching the trailer if you've watched it already. It is, of course, Leo Flanagan, who played Charlie in Kablam, the worker terrorist guy who tries to start a revolution. And I believe he's also done other bits and pieces in the Doctor Who universe. I think he played the guy from the Dalek novelisation by Rob Shearman, who featured in one of the Lockdown shorts. I believe he was in that, and he's possibly done other bits and pieces as well. I mean, obviously, again, this trailer was written by Pete McTighe, the writer of Kablam, so there's a link there, I suppose. And it also features a very familiar Doctor Who location, which, again, if you've watched the trailer, you'll probably have noticed straight away. It is, of course, the Temple of Peace in Cardiff, which has been used in multiple episodes, beginning with The End of the World in 2005, and multiple episodes over the years, multiple locations that it's doubled as, including the Silurian Council Chamber and the Silurian two-parter in Series 5, the Temple of the Sisters, the priesthood in the Fires of Pompeii, and other bits and pieces as well, Let's Kill Hitler, various other episodes. So it's a very ubiquitous location, and great to see that, that's been worked into this, little blast from the future into a trailer for a past classic era series. Really great to have that sort of mesh of different eras of Doctor Who there. So that is well worth a watch if you haven't watched it already. But as for the box set itself, we have some fantastic artwork, as ever, from Lee Binding, particularly colourful this time round. There's a lot of sort of light blue on it and purple, and I mean, obviously, the colours of the 6th Doctor's jacket as well. I'm just sort of noticing as I'm looking at it that clearly that contributes to that sort of rainbow effect. And pretty much all of the monsters on the front. You've got the Cyber Leader, I think that is, not a Cyberman, but a Cyber Leader from Attack of the Cybermen. Got the Rani and the Master from Mark of the Rani, Sontaran from Two Doctors, Dalek from Revelation of the Daleks, and the Borad from Time Lash, and Syl as well from Vengeance on Varos. And the Doctor is, of course, holding his sonic lance, I believe that is, in his hand as well, which is a lovely little touch. So really great artwork as ever, really colourful, really nice. Again, a really colourful cover on the actual booklet, which represents a scene from The Two Doctors with some Sontarans there. It's that spaceship that the Doctor and Perry land on at the start of the story, I believe. Also some artwork from Revelation of the Daleks, that snowy landscape that the TARDIS lands at the start of that story, with the Sixth Doctor in his cape and Perry also in her woolly coat and whatever. It looks to be an 8-disc box set, which is really great to see. Lots of great content on here, including then all these special features as well as the episodes themselves. Just flicking through here, we've got some new documentaries, a making of documentary for The Two Doctors. Obviously that was quite an early release in the DVD range, so presumably it didn't get one at the time. We've also got a documentary themed around the season 22 filming locations, so there's glimpses of that in the trailer. There's the footage of Colin and Nicola at the location for Revelation of the Daleks, that sort of snowy landscape from the start of that story, which of course, you know, we knew about already because a photo leaked of Colin wearing the cape again, but that was in the trailer, sort of confirmed. And also some footage as well, I believe, from the Mark of the Rani, the village from that story. Obviously they couldn't go back to Spain, presumably, for the Two Doctors and such because of COVID restrictions and things, but nice to see that they've been able to go back to the UK locations there. Then we've got 3 instalments of In Conversation with Matthew Sweet. So that was really great to see in the trailer as well. We've not only got Colin Baker completing the lineup of Doctors that are still alive, of course, we've also got Nicola Bryant and a surprise guest, the bio says here, which of course is, if you watch the trailer you'll know, Michael Grade, the man who cancelled Doctor Who in the 80s and had an axe grind against the programme. I know he has sort of spoken out a bit in the years since about how he was right to do what he did back then, and how he does like the modern iteration of the programme, you know, when it came back with Russell T Davies. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Matthew Sweet gets out of him there, and if there's a bit of back and forth and a bit of tension there, I don't know. We've got new Behind the Sofa episodes with Colin, with Nicola, Terry Malloy, Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, Sylvester McCoy and Mandy Padbury. So that's cool to get the 3 80s Doctors on there. Extended editions of Vengeance on Varos, The Two Doctors Part 1 and Revelation of the Daleks Part 1. And they have also managed to include the mini-episode of Fix with Sontarans, presumably a new edit of that to get Jimmy Savile completely out of the picture, because obviously, of course, you might recall that although it was originally included as a special feature on The Two Doctors when it first came out, it was then subsequently taken off when all the news about Jimmy Savile came to light years later down the line. And yeah, that wasn't a guarantee to be on this set. It was sort of a bit of a grey area there as to whether they'd be able to include it or not, but it looks like they have been able to, which is great to be able to see, you know, the footage that doesn't include Savile and to be able to celebrate what is there with the Doctor and Tegan and the Sontarans. We've got updated special effects for Timelash, which incidentally is the last story I need to watch, not only from this season or from this era, but from the whole of 80s Who now. I've seen every single other 80s Who story apart from Timelash. But yeah, I was sort of holding out for this to see if the rumour was true, holding out from watching it on BritBox or by other means. So yeah, it'll be interesting not only to see the new visual effects, but also just to see Timelash for the first time and complete 80s Who for me, and to see what I think of it. Then beyond that, you've just got some new audio commentaries, 5.1 sound on a couple of stories, the trailer mini-episode included as well, studio footage, convention footage, rare gems from the archives, the radio adventure slipback, and then some photos and PDF bits and pieces, info text, all that sort of stuff. As well, of course, as all the stuff that was previously included on the DVD releases of all of these stories. So that's really great to see. I mean, obviously, you know, we sort of knew that this was coming. It was heavily rumoured. But yeah, nevertheless, like I say, a very nice surprise to see this pop up in my YouTube subscription feed. That was the first place I saw it, like I say. Just a very nice surprise to hear about this box set. It is, of course, available to pre-order now from all the usual retailers. If you use the links below to Zavi and pre-order it from there, you'll be helping out the channel along the way. So do consider that if you want to do that. Do let me know your thoughts on this news in the comments below. Have you seen season 22? Will this be the first time you've seen it? Or indeed, is anyone watching old enough to remember watching this go out for the first time? Let me know either way in the comments and whether you're looking forward to this release. please like the video if you enjoyed it, please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also please do consider supporting me on my brand new Patreon page, the link to which will be in the description. From £1.50 a month, you can get your name featured at the end of every single video that I make, and also just generally help out the channel. So that's really appreciated. You know, if you are in a position to be able to help out the channel in that way, obviously there's no obligation, but if you do want to do that and it floats your boat and it's your thing, please do take a look at it. That'd be very much appreciated. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now, guys.